Now, this is a great question. Andrew and Ryan shared some chocolates. Andrew gave away a quarter of his chocolates. A quarter of the given chocolates were taken by Ryan. Ryan then had the same number of chocolates as Andrew. If Andrew gave away 12 chocolates, how many chocolates did each of them have at first? Wow. Now, this could be super complicated if you didn't pay careful attention. If you did the previous question, I said that with fractions, and I always say there's three things to pay attention to in fractions. Often, many people just think of two things. What's the numerator and what's the denominator? But you also need to think about what's the whole. Okay, what is it that's being divided? And often in word problems, the whole, what is being referred to, might change. Okay. And that's something that we need to be aware of, because on the face of it, it looks simple because we're dealing with quarters here, we're dealing with quarters there. So we might be thinking, oh, this is going to be nice and easy. I think it's going to be quite easy, but I think that a model is what's going to do that for us. Okay, so we've got Andrew and Ryan. So we've got Andrew and Ryan, and they shared some chocolates. Andrew gave away a quarter of his chocolates. Now, I'm going to start there, and that means I'm going to draw a bar for Andrew, but I'm going to divide it into 4 equal sized parts to represent quarters. Okay. And again, I'm drawing I'm drawing it part by part by part rather than drawing a big bar and subdividing it then. Okay. So this is what Andrew had at the beginning, and he gave away a quarter. This is what he gave away, this quarter of what he had at the beginning. Okay. We can color that in if we like. Okay, so this is what he gave away. All right, so I've captured that bit of information now. The next bit, and this is where we have to be really careful. A quarter of the given chocolates. Now that means these are the ones that were given, all right, or gave away or given. Okay. The quarter of the given chocolates were taken by Ryan. Okay. So Ryan didn't take a quarter of Andrew's chocolates. He took a quarter of the given chocolates. So what I'm going to do is divide these chocolates here, this portion here. This is the whole that we're talking about now. I'm going to divide that into quarters. Okay. And we can imagine that this is the bit that was given to Ryan. Okay. Now, let's wait a second. So, all right. So that's that bit there. This is the bit that's going to Ryan. All right. And it says, Ryan then had the same number of chocolates as Andrew. Okay. Right. So, how many what does Andrew have now? Okay, this is after, all right, after giving away chocolates, this is what Andrew has. Okay. And so we need to draw a bar for Ryan. Okay, I'm going to draw a bar for Ryan where Ryan has the same. Okay. And in fact, if he has the same, I'm going to do this as well. Okay. So he has the same now after. Okay. So again, this is after. But he only has the same after this part was given to Ryan, this quarter. Okay. Now, if this bit is a quarter of this, it must also be a quarter of this. Okay, so for example, if I divided that into quarters, this is the bit, okay, that he got from Andrew. And I should have a capital letter there, shouldn't I? All right, so that is the bit that he got from Andrew. Does that make sense? So you can see that that this is a quarter of one of these. Okay, all right, and that it said this is what the model can help us visualize. Okay, so now what are we told? If Andrew gave away 12 chocolates, how many chocolates did each of them have at first? Okay, so where is the 12? Andrew gave away 12 chocolates. Well, that is this bit here, because this is all that he gave away. So all of this is equal to 12. All right. And we can then work out how much each of them had. Now, remember, Ryan didn't have this whole part at first. Okay, so we need to work out what each of these individual bits are. So 12, if we divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 divided by 4 parts, okay, equals 3. So each of these has a value of 3. Okay, each of these is 12 and we could subdivide and stuff, but we know that that's 12 because that whole thing is 12. That's 12. That's 12. That's 12. And this is 3, 3, and 3. What did we ask? We asked, what did each of them have at first? What's at first? At first, that's what Ryan had. And at first, that's what Andrew had. Okay, so at first, Andrew had 12 times 4. Okay, so Andrew had 12 times 4, okay, which is 48 chocolates. Okay, that's Andrew. And what did Ryan have? Well, Ryan had 2 12s, so 12 times 2, okay, plus he had this 3 times 3, so that's 9. 3 threes is 9, so 12 times 2, which is 24, okay, and then we can add the 9, and that gives us 33, okay, or we could have done that it's 12 times 3 and taken away the 3, however you want to do it. All right, so let me make that clearer. So Ryan has 33 chocolates. Okay, you might have gone about the calculations in various different ways, but it's the model that makes it really clear to see what is going on. And again, the thing to notice is how you have to pay attention to what the fraction, not just what the fraction is, but what is it a fraction of? What is the whole?